QueryMe is a fast way to create data workflows. So to demonstrate that, I'm here in one of our notebooks, and I've created a SQL block in which I'm fetching a bit of data, and then I'm reusing that data in a Slack block, and I'm referencing it and making it into a message here. So when I execute this block here, it's going to fetch the data from the SQL run and then send a message into our Slack channel. And here you have the data that I was referencing in the SQL block up here. So we could go on now and schedule that, for example, for a weekly report every Monday morning. And I just choose Monday here to make that a weekly report. But we could also make this into an alert. And to make that into an alert, I would schedule this much more often, of course, maybe every 5 minutes. And we would put an if clause here to only execute this Slack block whenever a certain condition is met. So to create an if block here, we will just make a bit of space, choose an if-else statement here. I don't need the else today, so I'm going to delete that. And I'm just going to put my Slack block in between these statements. And now whenever I execute this notebook, or when it's executed by a schedule, it will run over these blocks and check if all the conditions are true. And if they are, it will also run the blocks that are inside the if statements. So in this case, we should come up with a little statement. Maybe web page views should be over 8,000. And whenever that condition is true, we're going to send our message to the Slack channel. So I'll just create a little statement here, and I'll just write that in here in this if clause. All right, so what I've done is I'm referencing the query 1, then the data of it, and the column web page views, and I'm checking if it's bigger than 8,000. So when I execute this now, this condition will be checked, and only when the condition is true, which it is in this case, we would get another Slack message. So you see, it's really quite simple and easy to create logical workflows and schedule them as you need them executed. It's also easy to share that publicly or just with other people in your workspace, so you can collaborate on SQL queries or entire workflows like this one. This example was only making use of a SQL block and a Slack block and a little bit of logic, but of course there's many other block types that you can make use of, like for example checkboxes, rich text. You can make parameters. Here I'm doing an API call to the Intercom API. You can reuse that data from the API call as well. You can build charts. You can build drop-down parameters and parameterize your queries. For loops are available just like the if statements earlier. And you have email blocks and many more block types to come. So if this is interesting to you and you want to learn more, or you want to try this out for free, just come to query.me, and we're excited to see what you're going to build. Thank you very much for watching.